Okay, hi there. All right, so now we are at I'm standing in that field that I was telling you about, where I had to figure out where the frickin' cocoa core and soil was. So we're standing here in a field. Well, you know, this is the property. Pepper patch is up there, part of the garden's up there, but soil got dumped here many moons ago, and part of it got overgrown, so I had to figure it out. But yeah, so we got a lot of good stuff. This is compost, I believe, from Daly's Organics. Don't know what kind of soil that is, but it's good soil. And this is cocoa core right here, so all really good for starting seeds. But okay, yeah, so up here. We got a peach tree that we just got from Redwood Nursery right there. But, so, this is the pepper patch that I've been making from scratch since December. It's just all native soil under there, and then put a bunch of nasty, well, not nasty, just kind of like, we had a bunch of, was it like barley, something like that was being used for something, and just put it down to like kind of act as like a carbon source. Then put compost down. Stutzman's composted chicken manure in there. Look, that's actually some of something's brown. I think is that the rye or the barley or whatever. I don't know. But it's all sprouting in here, and it's pretty squishy in there. I mean, like, but so this is all being worked from scratch. I got some lavender planted here on the corners because lavender is just my favorite plant, and pollinators, diversity, you know, 3 different varieties of lavender. This is the hide coat, I believe. This is Goodwin Creek. And I don't remember what that one is. Actually, I don't know. It smells great though. But so this will be the pepper patch, and then I'm not exactly sure what's going to happen here, but there's soil here, so it hasn't been worked nearly as hard as this has. And then this barrel over here, so one of the practices that I do, got a nice little rose bush here, a distant drums rose. This was a bare root rose that actually came from the nursery that I work at. We are sold out of these, sorry, but this is going to be gorgeous when it starts doing the thing. It's planted with part native. It's like half native and half compost and potting mix that I put in here. And the reason that I did part native was I kind of did the thing that you do with fruit trees, that since this is going to be permanently living here, I didn't want it to, like, when the roots eventually do hit the native soil outside of the hole that I dug, I didn't want it to go into shock from being in such a rich environment to a less than rich environment. But yeah, so that's why that looks like that. But anyway, so one of the practices here that I incorporate is from Yong Song Cho. I'm probably mispronouncing his name, and I apologize. But it is JLF Natural Farming. It is from the practitioner of Korean natural farming. His son came up with a method of low-cost agriculture, low-cost cultivation, excuse me. So this is one of his methods. It is a Jadam liquid fertilizer, a JLF. A lot of the stuff is put down into like the acronyms or whatever. This was labeled. Oh, you can still kind of see it. 121. That's when this one got started. And so what this is, ooh, look at that bloom. It's gotten thicker the last 2 days. It was not like that. It's super thick. I don't want to touch that. But yeah, so today is April 9th. So it's been going for almost 3 months. We're actually going to be using, I got 2 of these going right now, and we're going to be using one, we're going to be drawing from it today and using on the veggie patch, which I will show you here in 1 second. And but yeah, so this is a anaerobic fermentation. What it is as I was weeding this out back in like December or whatever, a lot of the weeds, it was like here-ish with weeds, I don't know, had a lot of weeds in it. Put a bunch of weeds in it, maybe it was more, maybe it was 3/4 of the way, I don't remember. There's a bunch of weeds, and toss that in there. Frickin' leaf mold soil, that is the key here. And that is the stuff that you got to go in the woods and go underneath a nice tree, and so like the whole idea is like you want to mimic nature. And you know, when nature decomposes everything that's below the trees, it creates a very microbially rich, there's a bunch of biology, a bunch of diversity in that, and it that's what we want, is that leaf mold soil from underneath the trees. And take like a handful of that, toss that in here, and then you can kind of like specify it to what you're going for. Like if you want more vegetative growth, then you do vegetative stuff. If you want more fruits, then you do stuff that's fruity and flowery, and you get those, you get that kind of those hormones and enzymes and everything. Hold on, I'm hungry. Miner's lettuce. Yeah. So, leaf mold soil. But yeah. Also, that went in here was 10-ish pounds of vegetable scraps. I worked for Sunshine Natural Foods in Grants Pass for a spell, and you know, they do juice. They have like a juicer there, and so I took a fat bucket of the stuff from the juicer, and it's in here. And you know, so we got those nutrients and stuff in here, and it's been fermenting away. And so this will be diluted at a rate of 1 part to 100, and you know, full send. But anyway, yeah. So yeah, you put a lot together, and then you fill it with water, and then you can't see it, but there is a weight on there. There is a weight in that bucket to keep all the material beneath the water level. That is very important, that everything stays below the water level. If there are parts that come above the water level, it will grow its own molds or, you know, fungus and crap that you don't want. You know, these are not the microbes you are looking for, type situation. But yeah, so everything has to stay beneath the water level, keep that whole situation anaerobic without oxygen, and it does the thing. But yeah, so to get measured, it was 47.5 feet long by something like 18 feet wide. You can see we just got the skin up on this greenhouse for all the transplants that are going to come out of the greenhouse in the other property. When they go into 4-inch pots or 1 gals or whatever, they will go in there before they go in here or up yonder in the pepper patch. But yeah, so this was just weeded out. You know, I'm still in the process of weeding. I'll be doing some more of that today, And then today we're going to be applying some of that JLF to here. But so these rows are about 3 foot wide, and it's going to be what we'll be planting in. Right now we just got some bulbs growing. This second row has a bunch of garlic and greens, and this is where that arugula that's in the greenhouse is going to go. There's a bunch of kale down there from last season. There's walla wallas up this side right here. There's that other bucket of JLF right there. But yeah, so all the rows got dug are weeded and everything, and then I laid a bunch of compost, more of that Stutzman's. We're gonna do JLF today, and I also have some fermented plant juices, and been fermenting a bunch of ocean fish for the last year that will be used as a soil conditioner for this whole thing as well. But yeah, so we'll have tomatoes in here in the summertime, hot peppers up the way, sweet peppers here and there, and you know, this will be the summer vegetable patch. But yeah, so that's that. Bad chickens, leghorns, get out of here, you bad chicken! Get out of here! Left the gate open. So I'm sitting here weeding, and I was just having an observation. So this bed number 2 right here, since this is my first time working this land, you know, I was having a little experiment. Yeah, I didn't really lay much compost down here on this one like these other beds got. It just got a little bit, and then I direct sowed garlic. This is garlic that I've been growing for the last 2 years. This is my 3rd season with it. I've been saving garlic from what I had grown and replanting the best bulbs. I don't remember the variety. I want to say it's a soft neck. It's delicious. Anyway, I direct sowed a bunch of different seeds. Some from that questionable viability batch, some from Baker Creek, and some from Strictly Medicinal. Now, I love my seed companies, and this is not to say anything disparaging about anybody. What I'm about to say is to point out the importance of buying seeds that are suited to your climate, as it will increase the chances of your success. As we are looking right here, this is some patches of arugula that I planted, that got direct sown, like 3-4 weeks ago, something like that. But you can see that it did pretty well right here. And then, you know, you can see here some carrots, and then there's some Mizuna. My phone's dying. There's some Mizuna from Baker Creek, which did okay, but not much else. I love Baker Creek. They make great heirloom seeds, freaking delicious. It's just, you know, Missouri has a different climate than Oregon, and you know, I'm a big proponent of buying locally, and I just wanted to make that point that wherever you are in the country, you should get seeds that are bred in your climate, as they will do better, as they are already climatized to it, as this arugula just had really no freaking problem doing the thing. Alrighty, adios.